Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadali Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Shri Guru Charana Dandam Bhakta Brinda Samanvitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Bande Nityananda Sahoditam Shri Nandanandanam Bande Radhika Charana Dvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavana Manoharam Bhakti Vihina Parada Lakshep Chiptischa Kamari Taranga Madhye Kripa Maitvam Saranam Prapadye Brinde Namaste Charanara Bhajami Radham Madhavinda Netram Smarami Radham Madhurasmitasyam Vadami Radham Karuna Badaram Tato Manojastikatena Kapi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all I offer pranams to our Gurudev Om Vishnupad Vedanta Swami, Sri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our Shiksha Gurus, Nitya Parashri Gaur Govinda Gosai Maharaj, Sri Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Gosai Maharaj, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, Malaysis, thank you for coming. Long time we not came here, Thakurji's whatever. So, you should not be afraid of little controversy. Why Siddhanta bolya chitta na kori ulas. Iha hoite Krishna lagi sududamanas. Kaviraj Goswami says. No? Don't avoid philosophical discussions. Siddhanta. Actually the Bangla is Siddhanta bolya chitta. Don't just say, oh, Siddhanta, and avoid. Because we only want ras or something, you know. So, Siddhanta bolya chitte na koriulas. Don't be lazy. Don't avoid Siddhanta. Why? Siddhanta always good. Like you see, Gurudev, wherever he traveled, he always makes some controversy. The fall of the jiva, the position of Guru, what is Rupanuga, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give, right? Some controversy. Why? Then, because everyone have their own idea, they heard, they misunderstood. Then they hear some new thing, then that person begins too much thinking. Oh, really? What Prabhupada said, they read. What Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said. No, what Saraswati Thakur said. Then too much amongst each other discussing. What is this? What this Acharya said? What this? In this way, mind becomes fixed on Krishna. No? So don't be afraid of Siddhanta, because only good thing come by discussing Krishna Katha. A bad thing never comes. No? So, of course, since Gurudev left, there must be some disturbance. When the sun sets, then naturally owls, dogs, ghosts, all bad things come out because sun has set. So Bhakti Rakshak Shuddhamai said, sun like Acharya has left, how can we be peaceful? We cannot expect a peaceful life because Gurudev has gone. No? So then some misunderstanding comes. What did Gurudev teach? What is his connection? Why he spoke like this? No? That's why we should always have the protection, always have the shelter of living Shiksha Guru. And Shiksha Guru should be on same level as Gurudev. Otherwise, cannot properly adjust everything. Right? If Guru is Mahabhagavat, and Shiksha disciple is Kanishta or Uttam, he himself cannot understand what Gurudev is saying. He cannot fully touch Gurudev's mood. Understand? What's your name? Murali Prabhu, right?
Yes.
So if Shiksha Guru is not on same level as Gurudev, then cannot properly adjust everything. Does not have that power. No, there it says, when Mahaprabhu was discussing who is a Vaishnav, then many times Mahaprabhu gave different answer. Sometimes, who is a Vaishnav? 3 levels of Vaishnav. Kanishta, Madhyam, Unutam. No? Sometimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, according to Nam Nishta, right? Who chants Krishna's name even once, he is Kanishta Adhikari. Who chants Krishna's name always with Sambandha Gyan, he is Uttamadhikari. And he is Madhyamadhikari, sorry. And Uttamadhikari, you see him and you chant Hare Krishna. That is Uttamadhikari. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita we see this. But the other place, no, the Kanishta Adhikari has soft faith, cannot understand the scriptures, soft faith. The Madhyamadhikari has strong faith but still not fully understand all the scriptures. But the Uttamadhikari, it said he's expert in logic and argument. That is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Uttamadhikari Dridha Shraddhavan. Uttamadhikari have unflinching faith and also can answer any question, any doubt. No? So when Uttamadhikari leaves, understand my words? When high-class devotee leave, then many questions come. Why he spoke like this? What is the meaning? Then some doubt always comes, no? Like when Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada, right? When he left, then everyone believed, no, he said the jiva fell from Vaikuntha. Did he say? Cannot deny. Someplace he said. Someplace, no? But that is according to time, place, and circumstance. No? Then the next acharyas, they readjust the Siddhanta. Like Jiva Goswami, he wrote, Kvachit Likan, he said, something I'm writing for myself and something I'm writing for others. So even Jiva Goswami, in some places it appears he wrote against the conclusions of Rupa Goswami. Right? In some places Jiva Goswami, it seems, he gave preference to Swakiya Ras and neglected Parikya Ras. It's there. But Jiva Goswami, why he wrote like that? Because Jiva Goswami have some disciples with that mood. So he wrote in his commentary, no? Kwachitlika. I write something for myself and something for others. But when Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote his commentary in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he not gave support to Jiva Goswami's idea. He gave support again to Rupa Goswami's idea. Understand? So, even Lord Buddha, we respect Lord Buddha. He is incarnation of Bhagavan. Kesava Drita Bodha Sarira. Lord Buddha, who is he? He is Krishna, Sri Hari. We accept Buddha, but we don't follow even one word he teaches. Why? Because Buddha came to teach something according to time and place and circumstance. At that time in Kali Yuga, people were sacrificing animals. Not like you see in Mahabharata, so many times Asvamedya. Asva means horse sacrifice. You know? So, in Kali Yuga that is forbidden. Because in previous age they would chant mantra and the horse would come to life again. The cow would come to life again with a new body. So animal sacrifice was not an act of cruelty, it was an act of like mercy, because animal get new life, new body. But in Kali Yuga no one has that power to give life to dead animals. So in Kali Yuga that is forbidden. So what did Buddha teach? Don't do animal sacrifice. Ahimsa paradharma. Non-violence is the highest religion. Then the Karma Kandi Brahmanas, no, it's there in the Vedas. Animal sacrifice. So what did Buddha say? Veda is not true. Don't follow Veda. Follow me. So this is many examples we see. Sometimes, according to time, place and circumstance, Acharya speaks something. But for who he spoke, in what situation he spoke, that thing we also have to look. No? So, today, little controversial subject. Take care. But this is nothing to be afraid of. No? Nothing to fear. So, even if Guru says something which is not matching with Shastra and not matching with the previous Acharyas, what should we do? Lakshmi? that time you think what he spoke, that is not like Siddhanta. He spoke for some time, place, circumstances. No? Like there's one example, one man was carving Jagannath, deity in London, but he was smoking cigarettes. The Prabhupada said, don't smoke more than 5 cigarettes a day. Then what? Someone reads it, what? Prabhupada said we should all smoke 5 cigarettes a day? No. Obviously. Some particular reason he spoke like that. No, this is common sense. So, sadhu, shastra, guru, these 3 always have to be matching. No? And if it's not matching, there must be some reason why. Must be some reason. No? So, ordinary person like us, we cannot understand that reason, but this is for the Trikala Gya, those who know past, present, future, they can see all these things. No? So, today we want to talk about the Svarupa of Prabhupada. Right? Have you heard about this, Lakshmi, a little bit? Oh. This is too much interesting. No? Why Guru Maharaj would say, how can we serve someone if we don't know their mood? We cannot properly and really serve them. No? So service to Vaishnava means not just externally what we see, but we should try to enter in their hearts and understand what's going on inside. Like Gurudev spoke, everyone sees how high is the Himalaya. Everyone sees. In the sense, the external activities of Gurudev, like Harinam, we can see how much Gurudev is chanting Harinam. We can see. No? How much he's like, giving lectures, giving tours, building temples, printing books. These activities of the Sadak Deha, right? Of course, Gurudev is not Sadak, but language is problem there. Rupa Goswami says, Seva Sadaka Rupena Siddha Rupena Chatrahi. So we can see the external activities of Gurudev. Gurudev taking prasad, Gurudev taking rest. But in the middle of the night when Gurudev is alone in his room, no disciples, no prachar, no books, what's he thinking? What is his meditation? Right? What is his relation with Radha Krishna? That thing we cannot see. But we should try to understand it. That is the complete vision of Gurudev. Understand, Murli? Okay. So, we see after the disappearance of our Gurudev, many, many ideas have come. Okay, we'll test Lakshmi, okay? We'll see about Lakshmi. Lakshmi, is it true everyone in the Guru Parampara is Manjari? Is it true everyone in Guru Parampara is Manjari? Everyone. But now, after Gurudev left, many people, no. Gurudev said, all Guru Parampara are Manjaris. No. Then that means if all Guru Parampara are Manjaris, that means unless you're a Manjari, you cannot be a Guru. Right? Is that true, Lakshmi? Very sad now, many people saying like this. No? Unless Guru is Manjari, he cannot give everything to the disciple. He cannot be 100% Guru. Even people are saying he cannot be the follower of Rupa Goswami unless he's in Gopi mood of the Gopis. What do you think? No? And they say Gurudev said. But if Gurudev said, in what context he said? What is the meaning he said? No? So today we want to discuss this. A little controversial. And that can be one reason many different sections of Gurudev disciples, some going here, some going here. This is only for Siddhanta, for understanding of philosophy. No? So we should try to understand nice in a proper way. No? So, it is not a fact that all in the Guru Parampara are Manjari Bhav. Yeah, we can say most. We can say. Yes, we can say majority is. But we see before Rupa Goswami, we cannot say anyone in Manjari Bhav. No? But nowadays people want to say, no, Guru Parampara begin from Rupa Goswami because we are Rupanugas. Is this possible, Lakshmi? No. Before Rupa Goswami, Parampara was there also. We cannot just cut and throw everyone before Rupa Goswami, because this is Rupanuga Guru Parampara, means Rupa Goswami also have his gurus. No? So we cannot just neglect them and throw. This will be Vaishnav aparad. Like Gurudev would say, don't take Prabhupada, Swami Maharaj, don't take him from the parampara. Leave him in the parampara. No? Like people were saying, now we are Prabhupada Anugas, follow Prabhupada. No. Because Prabhupada come from where? He also come from somewhere. No? So, we see before Rupa Goswami, we see all rasas are there in the Guru Parampara. Who is the first Guru? What's Shirley's initiated name? Lalita. Oh, forgot. Lalita. Like our Guru Parampara begin from Lord Brahma. What is the personal mood of Lord Brahma? Sakiras. Prabhupada in his Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj in his commentary said, after meditating on the lotus for thousands of celestial years, then Supreme Lord appeared before him. And what did the Supreme Lord do? Shook his hand. So in his commentary there, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj said, it must be Lord Brahma also have feeling of friendship towards Krishna. So otherwise, why Narayan shake his hand? Means only friends shake hands. No? So anyway, we see his disciple Narad. Narad is in which mood? Narad is not Manjari. What is Narad's mood? He is Dasiras mixed with a little bit of Sakiras. No? Then Vyasa, we see after Narad, Narad's disciple Vyas. Narad have many, many disciples. Like Dhruva, like Prahlad, like Chitraketu, like Valmiki. No? Therefore we see in our Guru Parampara, all moods are there. Even Shantaras. But especially Dasya, Sakiras, Vatsaliras, and Madhuras. We see examples of all these moods we see in our Guru Parampara, from beginning till now. It is true that after Lord Chaitanya, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Bhav, Jyoti Sivalitam, Lord Chaitanya is Krishna in the mood of Radhika, then what mood he's giving? Mostly Madhurya Ras. We see. We are not denying. No? Sarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy, no? And from them, Guru Gopal Guru Goswami, then Dhyan Chandra Goswami, all good, mostly with Bhakteshwar Pandit. No, then of course Rup and Sanatan, Raghunath Bhatta, mostly we see there in Madhurya Ras. We see most, like our Gurudev, Raman Manjari, Bhaktivedanta Bhaman Goswami Maharaj, no, Rag Manjari, we see Bhakti, Jivanjanadan Goswami Maharaj, Bhav Manjari, Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Goswami Maharaj, he is Vinod Manjari, no, then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Nayana Mani Manjari, Gokishtadas Babaji Maharaj, he also, no, we see most is there. But exception is also there. Nityananda Prabhu himself, which ras is Nityananda Prabhu in? Sakiras, he's Balaram, friend of Krishna. We also see Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur in? He also little Vatsalya, because he's older than Mahaprabhu. No? So a little bit Vatsalya, but Dasiras is mostly there. We see in Srivas Thakur. We see in Bamsidas Babaji Maharaj, Sakiras, Vatsalya Ras. No? He was like Shiksha Guru of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. No? They say he would never talk to anyone. He would only talk to his deity of Baby Gopal. In the middle of the night, they would hear him teaching the alphabet to Krishna. A is for apple, B is for banana, because baby. No? So Vatsalya Ras, we see Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. Have you heard of him? Heard of him, Achyutananda? Famous Vaishnava, disciple of Saraswati Thakur. He is friend of Krishna, Sakiras. So we see Hriday Chaitanya, the disciple of Gauridas Pandit. He also in Sakiras. Gauridas Pandit himself, incarnation of Subal. So we see in Gaudiya Sampradaya, 4 main rasas are there. We see examples in Dasya. We see examples of Sakya. We see examples of Vatsalya. And of course many examples of Madhurya Ras. So now, very sad thing, some disciples, some so-called followers of Gurudev are saying, no, all the followers of Lord Chaitanya, all the followers of Rupa Goswami, all are in Manjari Bhav. This means one thing. Number one, they're cutting out the other moods. They say other moods have no place in Gaudiya Sampradaya. But in Goloka Vrindavan, if we see the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's examples of Das Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhura Ras throughout the Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Because Krishna is Rasik Shekha, Akila Rasa Mrita Murti. Krishna means Krishna like all different type of mood. Krishna not only like Madhura Ras, Krishna also have too much of respect for Madhya Soda, Nanda Baba. Is Krishna rejecting their prem? Never. Krishna rejecting the prem of Subal and Sridham? No. Krishna cannot give up even the Dasiras, those of Raktak and Bhakta. No, they have also controlled Krishna. In Braj, everything controlled Krishna. So Dasiras Bhakta, like Raktak and Bhakta, they also controlled Krishna. No? Even though Dasyubhav, right? They give Krishna some instruction. Hey, do this. Then Krishna says, who are you? My father is Nanda Baba. What will they say? They will say to Krishna, who are you? Krishna, how old are you? Krishna says, I am 3. Then Raktak and Patra say, and we are 63. Means we came in this house before you. So they also have feelings. They are Dasiras, devotees, but they have feelings like Nanda Baba. They also take Krishna on their lap. They also have that mood. They also control Krishna. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discussing with Ramananda Roy, Uttam Agek, what is the Uttam? What is the goal of life? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke about Dasaras, what did Mahaprabhu say? Eho hoy, I accept. When Mahaprabhu spoke about Sakiras, what did Ramananda Roy say? Uttam, that is the topmost. When Mahaprabhu spoke about Vatsalya, what did Mahaprabhu say? Did Mahaprabhu say, this is no place in my sampradaya? What did Mahaprabhu say? This is topmost. And of course, Madhura Ras. So we see in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we see in the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu accept Das, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhura Ras. So all 4 moods have place in Lord Chaitanya's sampradaya. If we see Rupa Goswami's writings, especially Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, there is full of Das, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhura Ras. So Rupa Goswami accept, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accept, no? Sukadev Goswami, the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam, he also accept. So how can we say these things and Gurudev teaching these things are not in Gaudiya Sampradaya? So we should be very careful of this, no? So I'm just giving little background, no? Little background. So today we want to talk about Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. No? Who is he? Very prominent Gaudiya Vaishnavacharya. No? And I think most people, especially in the Western countries, who know a little bit about Radha Krishna, how they know? Because his mercy, his writings, his everything. No? So, what is his personal mood? No? How can we know his personal mood? We are not that level to meditate and see. No. So sometimes some Vaishnavas remain silent about their personal relation with Krishna. Sometimes some devotees we don't know. Like Gaur Govinda Maharaj. What's his personal mood to Krishna? We don't know. Why? Because he never spoke anything. Who else? Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Maharaj. You know? Have you heard of Trivikram Maharaj? What's his personal mood to Krishna? We don't know because he not spoke anything. So some Vaishnavas remain silent, and that's okay. When we reach that level, then we will understand. But sometimes, some Vaishnavas are very kind, they reveal themselves. Because unless they reveal themselves, we cannot understand them at all. So some Vaishnavas also speak about their personal relationship. Like, who is Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Lakshmi? Who is he? Bhaktivinoda Thakur is Kamala Manjari. How we know? Because he himself said, he wrote one kirtan, I am Kamal Manjari, I am 12 and a half years old. My complexion is like lightning, I have blue sari with stars. And my seva, camphor, grinding camphor. That is my, puts camphor very cooling to the body. How we know this? We cannot meditate and see Bhaktivedanta Thakur. How we know? Because he himself wrote. How we know Gurudev is Raman Manjari? How we know? Because Gurudev himself revealed. How we know Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Nayana Mani Manjari? How we know? Lakshmi. Because he wrote in one line, in one letter. One line he wrote. And all disciples of Saraswati Thakur accept. Yes, Gurudev has said, we accept. So how do we know the personal mood of Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj? Murali, how we know? Prabhupada himself wrote. When Prabhupada was going to America, he was on one boat, the Jaladuta, right? That time he had 2 heart attacks and he thought, I will die. That time he wrote some poetry. That time there were no disciples, no nothing. He is alone in the middle of the ocean. And disciples found this poem many years after his disappearance. They found in his diary this poem. And what did he say? Tumhara milana bhai, excuse me, getting old, Buddha ho gaya. Tumhara milana bhai, e ba se shuke pai, go charan adina, guri dinabor, katavan chuta chuti, vanakai lutaputi, se din kabi habimo. He wrote, my dear brother Krishna. Lakshmi, who called Krishna brother? The friends of Krishna. Will Madhya Yasoda call Krishna brother? Oh, my brother Krishna, come here. Will Radharani call Krishna brother? Who will call Krishna brother? The friends of Krishna. No? So, Tumhara milane bhai, my dear brother, my friend, again I will meet you. I will experience great joy in the early morning. Bane katevana chutu chuti. I will go forest to forest with you. Katavana chutu chuti, one forest to another. No? Go charane guri dinebo. I will go with you cow grazing. Kana vane kai lutaputi. In the forest I will steal your food and eat. Se din kabe habimo. When that day will be? Mine. No? So, very clear and easy to understand. No? So, if you believe Guru Parampara, you have to believe what they say about themselves. No? So, what's his desire? To go cow grazing with Krishna. No? I want to read you one thing. Everyone here believes in Bhakti Rakshakshudha Maharaj, right? Lalita, you've heard of Bhakti Rakshakshudha Maharaj? Who is he? He is the Guru of Gurudev. No? He is the Guru of Gurudev's Guru because he gave him sannyas. No? So, when they read this prayer to him, then Shuddha Maharaj writes like this. So, when he departed from this consciousness of worldly preaching propaganda, because in the middle of the ocean, that time Prabhupada not thinking about preaching. What's he thinking about? Krishna. So when he departed from this consciousness of worldly preaching propaganda, he is there. It is clearly expressed in his sayings there in the Atlantic. He discovered the unmanifest pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan he established Krishna, Balaram and Gaunitai. You know, in Prabhupada's main temple in Vrindavan, which deities are in the center? Krishna, Balaram. That means what? He loved Krishna, Balaram. And where is Radha Krishna? Side. What is the meaning? Did Gurudev establish any deities of Krishna, Balaram and Radha Krishna on the side? Never. Why? Different mood. Understand? Which devotee will put Krishna, Balaram in the middle? Lakshmi, who? Someone who loved Krishna Balaram, right? Who is that? That is the Sakya-ras devotees. No? So, Vatsali Ras also, but here. He established Krishna Balaram and Gaunitai. This is indicative of Sakya-ras. From this we can conclude that he is in Sakiras, and he has entered into those pastimes. This is my understanding about his present position, his eternal position, the acum of his aspiration. In Vrindavan he has established Balaram and Krishna and Nitai Gaur. And he is saying like that, Nitai Gaur are Krishna Balaram. It is almost clear that he comes from that group. And now again he has gone there. Hare Krishna. After performing this service of preaching, he aspires after a life in the cow-keeping Leela of Krishna. And he is appreciating that sort of friendly service of Krishna very much from the core of his heart. His aspiration after finishing his worldly preaching propaganda. Okay? Yes. Means he left this world and went to Nitya Lila. Where he went? Back to Krishna Balaram's service. No? Any questions, Lakshmi? Is it clear? Clear. All right. So, Prabhupada's, and there's many, many stories. Actually, this controversy started 6-7 years ago. At that time we didn't know too much, right? Then started doing some research. Then many stories. I know at least 10 disciples of Prabhupada. Prabhupada directly told them, I'm the friend of Krishna. I'm in Sakiras. My Gurudev is in Manjari mood, but I'm the friend of Krishna. We know many disciples. The Prabhupada had one sevak. His name was Shrutakriti. Is she listening? Are you awake? Try to listen. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj had one servant named Shrutakriti. So he was saying one day, he was looking in the keyhole, what Gurudev is doing. Then he saw in Prabhupada's room, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj was rolling on the ground in his room. Then the servant was amazed. So afterwards he went, Gurudev, don't mind. What were you doing rolling on the ground? And what Prabhupada said? I was wrestling with Balaram. So this is very sweet mood. Will a Manjari wrestle with Balaram? Never possible. And one time when we were on the train, this controversy was going. So there was one ISKCON guy distributing books on the train. I asked him, brother, sit here 1 minute. And I asked him, what's the mood of Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj? He said, Sakiras. So I said, what's your proof? And he told me a story, amazing, no? That he met the Pujari when Prabhupada installed Krishna Balaram in Vrindavan. No? The Pujari told this man that the first offering was going to the deities, the first offering. And what was the offering? So many samosas and kichoris and rice and all those things. So as the samosas were going on, Prabhupada reached on the plate and ate one. Then the Pujari was little. Prabhupada, what you're doing, it's not offered. He laughed. Don't worry, I'm the friend of Balaram. Why? This is called what they call one anubhav of Sakiras. What is that? Stealing the food of Krishna and eating. Right? There's just many stories we know like that. Every day when Krishna goes for lunch, then Krishna brings his tiffin, and all the boys also bring their tiffin. So because Krishna is the son of Nanda Maharaj, then Krishna's tiffin is a little special, because Nanda Baba ke beta. So Krishna have many good things, paneer, sabjis, and many good things, no? And the coward boys, what they have? Just some rice, dal, sabji like that, normal. So every day they steal Krishna's tiffin. And they say, Kanaya, every day you're eating like a king, we also, you are a friend, we should also eat like king also. So every day they steal Krishna's tiffin and eat everything, and their roti sabji they give to Krishna. But Krishna eat that, how much Krishna feel? Happy. So this is special, it's called, what was the word I used? Anubhav. It's like one type of ecstasy, like those in Batsali Ras, only they have milk coming from their breasts. Only Batsali Ras have that anubhav, means some special ecstasy. So Sakiras only have that, only they steal the food of Krishna and eat directly from his plate. Why? They think we are the same as Krishna. No? Sudasakiras kore aropan tum Krishna balalok tumiyami sam. The friends of Krishna say, Krishna, don't think you're some big guy. You and me are same. So Krishna's eating, we will also eat. So this very, very sweet mood. So now, very sad, that some people are saying, Gurudev said Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is Manjari. But we give challenge. Show us one place where Gurudev said directly, and we will give you $2,000, we said. One direct statement of Gurudev. There is not one, because Gurudev never said it. No? So what did Gurudev say? No? One thing this argument is for two reasons. Number one, give right to Prabhupada for his personal mood. Okay, you want to be Manjari, but give him freedom. Give him right? You like chapatis and he likes rice, then he has to eat chapati also. No. Every devotee have right for their own ruchi, their own mood. So number one, give Prabhupada right for his own mood. Give him freedom. Right? You think something, he don't have to think like you. Right? He have own mood, give him freedom for that. Right? And number two, don't drag Gurudev out of parampara. What Gurudev never said, why you are saying Gurudev said? We heard Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada himself. Actually, we can tell these stories all night. We know so many stories about Prabhupada and his friendship mood with Krishna. Many, many stories are there. Gurudev can never speak against his Guru Parampara. Who is Gurudev's Shiksha Gurus? Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj and Bhakti Rakshak Shuddha Maharaj. Can Gurudev speak against them? So if we start saying this, yes, Gurudev said, that means number one, Prabhupada is a foolish man who don't know his own personal mood. Is that possible? Not possible. And number two, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is also fool because he don't know about Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj's personal mood. We can never accept this. No? So don't pull Gurudev out of parampara. Gurudev never speak against his seniors. Gurudev always in line with his seniors. Okay, so this fight for the two reasons. No? Give Prabhupada, what are the two reasons, Lakshmi? Give freedom for his personal mood. And number two, don't drag Gurudev out of parampara. What Gurudev never said, how can you say Gurudev said? Okay. So what did Gurudev say? So this little book our temple made, Krishna Balaram and Vrindavan, we went, actually hundreds of hours we spent. The problem is people are reading Gurudev's books and Gurudev's books are saying one thing. No, not in all books. The books Gurudev personally wrote, we have no question with that. They are perfect. But the books that other people wrote about Gurudev's teaching, these things are full of fault. Right? So what we've done, there you can see it's sound file, what Gurudev spoke word for word, and what they put in the books. This is like heaven and hell difference. Chalk and cheese difference. I mean, the people who are editing Gurudev's books, like this, Gaurvani Pracharine, for example. What Gurudev say, they are filtering by their own understanding and writing in the books Narayan Maharaj said. That is the problem. And everyone read these books. Gurudev said, but Gurudev never said. Therefore, in this book, you can see sound files, link, word for word, what Gurudev actually said. And what the people have, I don't know. Anyway, Shamarani did, you have to say name. No? And what they have put in the books, this is completely different. No? Like Gurudev was talking about this samadhi of Prabhupada. When Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj was leaving this world, Gurudev was there. And there's one interview, and Gurudev was speaking in class. I saw in his mood two baths. One towards his Ishtadev, one towards his Ishtadevi. It's there. And in Gauravani Pracharane, what they wrote, I saw in his face one mood towards his Ishtadev Radhika. Completely different from Gurudev's presentation. And people are reading these books and they're thinking Gurudev said, then all problem come from that. No? So we not want to offend any Vaishnav, But Gurudev's reputation and Gurudev's original teachings, we will fight for that. Right? Our money and all these other things we're not interested in fighting. But Gurudev's reputation and Gurudev's Siddhanta, we will fight for that. What Gurudev never said, what right you have to edit his words? What right you have to put your own mood into what Gurudev said? Then all type of misunderstanding come. Then people who know Siddhanta, what Narayan Maharaj said this, they will lose faith in Gurudev. Then everything become spoiled. I mean, they want to make Gurudev look like Sahaja. They want to make Gurudev look like he is opposing and speaking different from his Guru Parampara. That's why since last 6-7 years, 8 years or something, we're a little separate from, because of these points. So I think it's very important people make their own research. Okay? It's a very important thing. So what Gurudev spoke. And Gurudev spoke many, many, many times about the mood, the Svarupa of his Shiksha Guru, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Right? We know every year, Prabhupada's appearance, Prabhupada's disappearance, Gurudev would speak. Gurudev had hundreds of opportunities to say he is Manjari. But Gurudev never said even once. In fact, if you take the time, because it takes some time, take some effort to look at what Gurudev is saying originally, you'll see again and again one thing. Gurudev spoke very carefully about this topic. He spoke in such a way as not to cross Prabhupada's mood, but to promote his own bhav, his own preaching agenda. Understand what I'm saying? Very carefully. So Gurudev was very, very intelligent. No? Krishna Priya Didi, she's in like our temple there, Gurudev's first disciple. She says again and again, some mistake you make in preaching, some one wrong word can destroy all your preaching. So again and again you look, Gurudev was very careful. Of course, this is not public lecture, this is just Gurudev disciples, so we all know how much problems Gurudev had in his preaching, right? So much opposition from ISKCON. And imagine if Gurudev had come to the West and said, yes, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is this mood, but I am in another mood. What would everyone say? What would ISKCON say? What would everyone say? You're a different mood. That means you're not in the line of Prabhupada. You're a different mood. You don't understand him. Many people, you think you're higher than Prabhupada because Prabhupada's in Sakyaras and you're in Madhuryaras. Narayan Maharaj thinks he's higher than Prabhupada. All this problem would come, unnecessary problem. No? So to promote the preaching tactic of Gurudev, understand Taruni? Are you listening? Where is your mind? What I'm talking about, tell me. Where's your mind? What you're thinking about? Long time she not heard Katha, so no use, no? Taruni, listen carefully, this is for you. What were you thinking about anyway, tomorrow's work? Huh? Hare Krishna. So Gurudev used we call this the preaching tactic of Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And everyone has done it. We cannot say only Gurudev. All acharyas have used some preaching tactic. Means, maybe it's not fully true, but chalo. No? Like Prabhupada, what did he say? The jiva falls from Vaikuntha. No? And you cannot say he never said, because he said, sometime in lectures, in letters. You cannot deny he said. When Prabhupada came to Vrindavan, his godbrothers asked him, why you're writing like this? The jiva fell from Vaikuntha. Then Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj answered to his godbrothers, you cannot understand the West. How strong is Mayavad? Unless I wrote they fall from Vaikuntha, they can have no idea how they are Krishna's eternal servant. Clear? So, this is called preaching tactic. Maybe not 100% right. But anyhow, necessary at that time. No? Like Sankaracharya. We accept Sankaracharya as Acharya. He is Vaishnav. We don't believe anything he spoke about the Svarupa of the Jiva or the Svarupa of Bhagavan. Why? Necessary at that time to stop Buddhism. He spoke all this Mayavad philosophy. But we don't accept it as Siddhanta. Understand? So I'm not saying Gurudev is like that, but Gurudev used that idea. So what did Gurudev say? Yes. But Gurudev would say, my Gurudev Vinod Manjari. His Gurudev, Saraswati Thakur, he is Nayanamani Manjari. Bhaktivedanta Thakur, Kamal Manjari. And Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, why should he be anything different? What does that mean? Doesn't mean anything, actually. This is a question, not a statement. Why should he be anything different? He should be anything like that. Then people, Gurudev said he's Manjari. Gurudev never said he's Manjari. What did Gurudev say? Why should he be anything different? Actually, there's hundreds of reasons why he should be anything different. He should be anything like that.
He also said that he's in the same line.
Same line. This is the line of Mahaprabhu, the line of Rupa Goswami. Same line, but doesn't mean same personal mood, but same line. But Gurudev, again and again and again, he said, many people in opposition to this idea, they show the links of Gurudev. But you listen very carefully, Gurudev never said. He used this indirect speech. He is in Madhurya Ras. He would say. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he is in Madhurya Ras. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he is in the mood of the maidservants of Radhika. But Gurudev never said he is a maidservant of Radhika. What did he say? What did he say, Murali? Gurudev said he is in the mood of the maidservants of Radhika. But Gurudev did not say he is a maidservant of Radhika. What did he say? He is in the mood of the maidservants of Radhika. He is in Madhurya Ras. He is in Gopi Bhav. Gurudev spoke like this. No? But why Gurudev just didn't one time directly say he is Manjari? So this is very confidential. And to understand this, we have to study the books, especially of Bhaktivedanta Thakur. No? But what Gurudev said is not wrong. How can Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj be in Sakiras? How at the same time can he be in the mood of the maidservants of Radhika? Is it possible? Possible. And to understand that, number one, we're going to need high class of sadhusang. Now, just looking at the good videos of Gurudev on YouTube, you will not understand this topic. Because Gurudev never spoke clearly. Even there's one man in France, he's not in a temple or anything, but he did all the sound files of Gurudev. He put together, and he wrote. Actually, it's true what they're saying. Gurudev never one time said he is Manjari. But many times he said Gopi Bhav, the mood of the maidservants of Radhika, like this. So, to understand, number one, we have to have some good, high-class sadhusang. And number two, we'll have to look at the books of Bhaktivedanta Thakur. So, because Prabhupada cannot be wrong about himself, and Gurudev can never speak one word wrong also. So if two acharyas are speaking, it looks like opposing points of view, we have to make some reconciliation. Right? Yes, the jiva fell, but from where? Tatastha Shakti, little adjustment. Like this. So Guru Maharaj would say, when two acharyas are speaking something that looks different, you cannot say he's right or he's wrong. No. Some truth must be there in both. And what is our job? To reconcile. Sadhu, Shastra, Guru. You understand it? No. It's easy, right? So, Bhaktivedanta Thakur talk in Jaiva Dharma. There is two types of devotees. One is called Swatarati. One is called Paratarati. I can show you the pages if you want to study at home. No? Swatarati means there are some devotees who just have one mood. Like Madhya Soda, Vatsali Ras. Swata means one mood, no two. But there are some devotees who have what is called Paratarati. Paratarati means there's no parata like in chapati. Paratarati means some devotees have 2 or 3 moods together within them. Parata. No? Para means another, right? Paratarati. They have a rati, also another rati. Example, like Balaram himself. What's Balaram's main mood? Sakiras, friend of Krishna. But Balaram also have a mixture of Vatsaliras. Why? Because Balaram is older than Krishna. When Krishna goes cow grazing, what does Madhya Soda say to Balaram? Oh, Dauji, protect your younger brother. He's a little foolish sometimes, but you are older, more responsible, more intelligent, so always keep your eye on your brother, protect him. So Balaram is the friend of Krishna, but he has some Vatsalya in him. No? Yudhisthira Maharaj, another example. Yudhisthira Maharaj is the servant of Krishna, Dasiras. But because Yudhisthira Maharaj is older than Krishna, he also have a little feeling like that. I know a little more than Krishna. I'm older than Krishna. When Krishna and Yudhisthira meet, Krishna does pranam to Yudhisthira because Yudhisthira is king and Yudhisthira is also senior. Understand? So there's many, many examples like this. Is called Paratarati. So in Jaiva Dhamma, let me explain it another way. So, Prabhupada is not wrong. Prabhupada is not a foolish person. Prabhupada nicely understands who is he. Who is Prabhupada? Friend of Krishna. Srila Srila Maharaj said, what's his mood? Sakiras. But we should know there are 4 types of friends of Krishna. How many, Taruni? 4. Right. That is called, let me try to remember, Saka, the Priya Saka, right. There are some Sakas who are younger than Krishna. Right. There are some Sakas, friends, who are younger than Krishna. Priya Saka. Right. Means Krishna is like 6 months older, 1 year older, 2 years older. So they're friend of Krishna, right? But they have little awe and reverence. Because Krishna is big, little bigger than them. So their Sakiras, understand? Their Sakiras is their main mood. But some touches there of Dasiras. Little respect, they're the Priya Sakas, friend of Krishna. There are some Sakas who are same age as Krishna, exactly the same everything. Like Sridham, for example. Sridham is a little older than Krishna actually. But some Sakas same as Krishna. They have Swatarati, means pure Sakyabhav to Krishna, unmixed with any other mood. They're called the Sakas. So Priya Sakas, younger than Krishna. The Sakas, same as Krishna. Then there are some Sakas who are older than Krishna. Who are they? Oh my God. What's their names? The Pran Sakas. I have to check, I should not say. But there are some Sakas who are older than Krishna, like Bhadrasen, like Balaram. There's some Sakas, when they go to the forest, they carry weapons to protect Krishna from demons and things. They're friend of Krishna, but they're Paratarati, means their Sakiras also have mixture of Vatsalya. And there are some Sakas who have mixture of the mood of the gopis. What's their names? The Priyanama Sakas, right? Whenever Krishna goes to meet with the gopis, who does Krishna take with him? Achyutananda? Whenever Krishna goes to meet with Radhika and the gopis, Krishna never goes alone, never. Who he takes with him? Madhumangal, Subal, Ujjval. These 3-4 special Sakas. They're called the Priyanama Sakas. They have the mood of gopis. Their Sakiras is the main mood, but it's mixed with the mood of the gopis. Otherwise, how can they go and join when Holi Leela is there? Who's throwing Holi on Krishna? The gopis. And who's supporting Krishna? The Priyanama Sakas like Madhumangal and Subal. So they also have the mood of gopis. Therefore, in books like Radha Krishna Ganudesh Dipika, Rupa Goswami wrote, the maid servants of Radhika include Subal, Madhumangal, Ujjval. Maid servants of Radhika. Dasikaha. Dasika means feminine. Means they have, understand Murali? They're Sakiras, but they have the mood of, mixed with the mood of Braja Gopis. Therefore you see, whenever Krishna goes to Surya Kund, Radharani goes every day to Surya Kund to worship the sun god. Who does Krishna take with him? Madhumangal. And they dress as brahmanas, and Krishna says many rubbish mantras. Of course, Kutila is there. Kutila doesn't know this is Krishna and Madhumangal. She thinks this is some brahmanas. But these brahmanas are who? Krishna and Madhumangal. Then Krishna is saying many nonsense mantras which have no meaning. And Kutila not understand, oh yes, very good. But these mantras have so much like Radha and Krishna between them. What relationship? These mantras all full of that Madhura Ras. Who understands all these things? Madhumangal. So Madhumangal Therefore, Bhaktivedanta Thakur describes the Priyanama Sakhas like Ujjval, they are the personifications of Madhurya Ras. The personifications of Gopi Bhav is who? Ujjval, Madhumangal, this type of devotees. So they have bodies of Sakhas, but their mood is Gopi Bhav. Otherwise, how can they perform that type of seva to Radha Krishna? No? So this all described nicely in Jaiva Dharma. Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, devotee have one mood that is called Sthai Bhav, that is prominent mood, Sthai Bhav. But sometimes the Parata Rati, the secondary mood, take a prominent position temporarily. This is called Sanchari Bhav. No? Like devotee have 33 Sanchari Bhavs in Jaiva Dharma. Like sometimes devotee too much humble, sometimes devotee too much proud, sometimes devotee too much fear. No? These, but Rupa Goswami said, these are like waves. Wave comes for how long? Temporary. It appears and then it disappears. So the Sthai Bhav is like the ocean, and these temporary moods are like waves on the ocean of Sthai Bhav. No? So the coward boys like Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, like Ujjval, like Madhumangal, their mood, their Sthai Bhav is Sakiras. But when Krishna needs that type of seva to be with him, to go and serve with the gopis, that time, like a wave, this Gopi Bhav appears within them. So very beautiful mood. That is why Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, when he established his deities, who did he establish in the middle? Krishna Balaram, but also Radha Krishna. His heart have some place also for that type of seva. So this is very sweet mood. Don't cancel it. Like Gurudev said, if you don't know something, just say, I don't know. But you speak something wrong, all Guru Parampara will take your head. So if you don't know anything about the mood of Prabhupada, just say, I don't know anything. But you say wrong thing against, then all Guru Parampara will take your head. And especially say Narayan Maharaj said. Then you're like giving bad reputation to Gurudev. No? Yes, of course. He's not against the service of Radha Krishna.
But it's the main.
Actually, this is in Mayapur. Mayapur is the place of sadhan, but Vrindavan is the place of Siddha Bhumi. Prabhupada said, my office, Bombay. My place of sadhan, Mayapur. But my home is Vrindavan. So Mayapur is something, because Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna. We cannot deny that thing. And no, Prabhupada not came to cover that thing. That thing is there. But still, his own personal mood, that established in Vrindavan, which is Siddha Bhumi, the place of perfection. Right? Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur ever installed anywhere Krishna Balaram? Did Gurudev install Krishna Balaram anywhere? Then why Prabhupada did in so many temples? Chicago, where else? Bhubaneswar, Vrindavan, many places around the world he put Krishna Balaram there. Why? Different mood. So anyway, do devotees have any questions?
The mood is supposed to be very much healthy. Because as a normal living being like us, who are already dwelt in this material.
But sometimes they give some hint.
Yes, they give some hints. Sometimes when what Maharaj said, it is becoming more offensive and more become to aparat rather than mercy.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be in the mood to receive the mercy from our predecessors.
Right. So what Prabhupada say, just receive the mercy, bow your head, he knows nicely. But I think I know more than him, then you cut your own head off. No? Then you look like the fool, not him. No. Anyway, so some controversy has come up, but we ask devotees with a calm mind, sadhu, shastra, guru. Don't pull Gurudev separate. Try to harmonize everything. So by this conclusion, everyone is respected. Prabhupada's personal mood is respected, and Gurudev's words fully respected. Yes, he's in the mood of the maidservants of Radhika. Yes, he's in Gopi Bhav, but he is not Manjari. But he's in the mood of the Manjaris. How is it possible? Only for the Priya Namasakas. That's why Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj again and again would tell his disciples, Swami Maharaj, he's the avatar of Subal. Who is Subal? Subal is the leader of the group of Priya Namasakas. No? So I tell you one story. Radharani has 1,008 names. So one name of Radhika is Subal Priya. Priya, not Priya. Priya means very dear to Subal. No? Because many times Subal also arranging for the meeting of Radha Krishna. Nekunja Yuno Ratikali Siddhai Ya Yalabi Yoktiya Peksaniya. Every devotee in Vrindavan is directly or indirectly assisting in the meeting of Radha Krishna. But doesn't mean every guru is directly Manjari or Gopi, no? So the Priya Namasaka is also how this is very beautiful story Gurudev would tell. Sometimes Yogamaya arrange, Radha Krishna can meet easily, and sometimes Yogamaya make very hard for Radha Krishna to meet. No? Kokon Milan, Kokona Milan, Devada Karan. Kaviraj Goswami read. Devada Karan means providence. What do you say, providence? Is there another word? Yogamaya. Sometimes Radha Krishna can meet, but sometimes cannot meet. Krishna wants, Radhika wants, but Yogamaya not allowed. Because if something you get very easily, then you not respect, no taste. Like, all are here, idli dosa wallas. Like, so much you like, what do you call, rasam, what do you call it? South Indian food, no? Dosa, idli vada, all these things, no? But a courtesy day when you cannot get, how much you think about it. And next day on Dwadasi when it comes, how much you feel happiness. So that's why in Vrindavan the mood is Parakya Bhav. Parakya Bhav means Radharani married to another. It looks like Radharani belongs to someone else. No? Why? This gives so much taste, so much happiness to Radha and Krishna. When something is difficult to get, then when you get it, you feel so much happiness. So Yogamaya arranged, sometime Radha Krishna cannot meet. No? But this also gives another taste, another ecstasy. So Jatila and Kutila, in the first verse of the Srimad Bhagavat, Janmadi yasyat anvayadi tatata abhigyata swara tena brahmaride adikavya muyanti yat surya tejovari mridam yata twisargamisa damne swena narastaka kuhaka satyam dharam dimahi. So the acharyas have said nirasta kuhaka. Nirasta kuhaka means in Goloka Vrindavan, where Radha Krishna was always there, there is no nirasta kuhaka, there is no like sattva rajatama, no maya there. But the acharyas have commented, Nirasta Kuhaka means, in the Prakat Leela, Juchila and Kutila make so many obstacles for Radha Krishna to meet. No? Radharani was going to marry to Krishna. No? Because Madhya Soda have so much mood. Whenever she sees Radharani, then Madhya Soda was thinking, if Krishna could marry Radhika, then how happy my son's life would become. Radharani also have so much desire. Krishna, we know, have so much anurag to Radhika. But if Radha Krishna meet, then what's the difference between Braj Lila and Dwarka Lila? What's the difference between Braj Lila and Vaikuntha? No difference will be there. No? So to give an extraordinary taste, then Yogamaya, Purnamasi Devi. Here you have the books of, there's Yogamaya books in there also. No? So Yogamaya, she's the guru of Braj. She's the Leela Shakti. What's her job? Oh, we should not speak too long, should we? Her job is to control the pastimes of Krishna. So marriage was fixed. But Purnamasi, no. This is not good. So Purnamasi said, no, Radharani's astrology is very bad. This is not matching. So Radharani should marry Abhimanyu. And she stopped the marriage of Radha Krishna. So much anurag, so much attachment between Krishna and Radhika and Krishna, but cannot meet because no marriage. Then how they meet? This gives so much difficult for them to meet, so many obstacles. No? Husbands of the gopis, right? The brothers and sisters, the Dharma, Vedic Dharma, this is all against the meeting of Radha Krishna. So to meet, they have to cross many obstacles. So main obstacle, Jatila and Kutila. They are the mother and sister-in-law of Radhika. So one day Jatila became very determined, why my beau every day going for Sudha Puja? Why Radhika every day going for cooking for Krishna in Nandagown? So she stopped everything. No, this is not proper. Radharani's reputation becomes spoiled by Krishna. So she completely stopped Radharani leaving the house. No 1 day or 2 days, this some time. Then how much Krishna feel? How much Krishna meditating on Radharani when cannot meet? No? And also Radharani, how much this is separation. But so much taste come by this separation. No? Then Krishna feel too much pain and suffering. Who will help him? So he asked Subal, brother, without Radhika I will die. You have to arrange. Somehow I meet her. So Subal is friend of Krishna, but also he have this mood of arranging Radha Krishna's meeting with Krishna. They know what gives Krishna the highest happiness. That is Radhika. Subal said, don't worry brother, I'll arrange everything. So Subal went to Yavat. That is where Radharani is locked inside. Then Jatila and Kutila saw, hey, Subal, what you're doing here? They know this is friend of Krishna. Oh mother, my one calf disappeared. I lost him. So, please let me go in your Goshala. I see maybe somehow he joined in your herd and he become lost. Then Jatila also, Gopi, no, chalo. So Subal, that's how Subal entered in the Goshala. Then he went into Radhika's quarters. Then he described Krishna's separation to Radhika. Then Radharani's heart melted. Oh, please Subal, you help us. You do help me. So Subal so much look like Radhika. So much look. Same complexion, everything same. So Subal gave his cloth to Radharani. And Radharani dressed as Subal. And Subal take all Radharani's ornaments. If Subal have no mood of Gopi, how can he wear Radharani's ornaments? Radharani's cloth, Radharani's nose ring, Radharani's old bangles, Radharani's waist, this all made of Mahabhav. No, this all made of Mahabhav. Then how Subal can wear that unless he have the mood of the gopis? So he also have Gopi Bhav. No? And our Shiksha Guru Madhusudama says, the Manjari, they also decorate Subal, lipstick and all eyeliner. If Subal have the mood of man, how can he? No. So Subal that time fully give up his Sakiras, Purush Bhav, and he fully identified with the Radharani and the Gopis' mood. Otherwise he cannot do that seva. Understand? Then, so Subal inside looking like Radhika, and Radharani dressed like Subal. So Radharani took one calf to cover her womanly features. Then Radharani saw Jatila. Hey, how's it? Hey, no problem, I found. In the voice of Subal. Jatila cannot understand who is this. Then Radharani went to where Subal said Krishna is there waiting. When Krishna see Radharani dressed as Subal, even Krishna cannot understand who is this. He thinks this is Subal. So Radharani wanted to test him. So Krishna said, brother, what happened? Could you meet Radhika? Could you arrange? Then in the voice of Subal, Radhika spoke. Oh brother, I'm afraid I could not do anything. No? Jatila is there like Yamaraj. No one can escape. Then Krishna crying so much. Then to test Radhika, Krishna said. To test Krishna, Radhika spoke. Oh Krishna, I could not arrange with Radhika, but Chandravali is very close. I can arrange something there. Radharani wanted to see how is Krishna's mood. Then Krishna crying, oh brother, I want to drink milk and you are trying to give me water. Then when Radharani hear that, imagine how happy Radharani feel by hearing that. No? So then Krishna, oh brother, don't worry. Then Radharani embraced Krishna, don't cry, don't cry. Then Krishna understand this is not Subal, this is Radhika herself. So Pranama Sakhis also do this. They also arrange the meeting of Radha Krishna. They also doing this seva in a very, very wonderful and sweet way. No? They're a friend of Krishna. But which type of friend? They know what happiness my friend wants. So they also have this mood of Braja Gopis. Anyway, it's very late. I know it's Thursday night. People have to work. Do you have any questions?
One question.
Yes, sir.
Our Sampradaya is a combination of Brahma, Madhava, Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Yeah.
So, that means it includes Swakiya Bhava, right?
There's one, yes, we cannot deny Swaki is there, because in Braj everything must be there. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he wrote 3 little books. Ujjvala Nilamani Kiram, I translated it. There Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes how Swakiya is also in Vrindavan. So there are some gopis, they want Krishna as their husband. Therefore, they have like marriage. Meaning they exchange garlands or something like that. So outside it looks like Swakiya. But actually the mood is completely Parkiras. No, you can read this Ujjvala Nilamani Kiran, you can download it. And there Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains. Yes, in Braj is also Swakiya, but which way? Not like Vaikuntha, not like Ayodhya, it's in a special way present. So Swakiya is also there, but in a special manner. In Jaivedhamma, Bhaktivedanta Thakur described the 360 types of Nayakas. And there he also accepts this Swakiya Ras also there. So it's in Braj, but in a unique and special way. Like Radha Krishna were married at, what's it called? Bandiravan. Why? Some people think, if Radha Krishna are not married, this is like dirty or contaminated. So to close the mouth of foolish persons, Brahma did that marriage of Radha Krishna. But Gurudev would say, marriage of Radha Krishna, then where was Vrishabhanu Maharaj to give his daughter's hand in marriage? No. Then many arguments Gurudev would say. So outside looks like married, Swakiya, but actually is fully Parakiya. But Gurudev would fight with the Pandits every year when he would go there. Because then Gurudev would say, if Radharani is really married to Krishna, then why is she not living in Nandagaon? Why does she have to sneak away at night time to meet with Krishna? So all these arguments Gurudev would give. So Swakiya is there, but in which way we have to understand properly. Huh? Some argument, not about this, but about other things. Other things.
Really Swakiya, then this is another sampradaya.
Yes. Like many sampradayas not accept the feeling in Gaudiya Sampradaya. Gaudiya Sampradaya, mostly feeling is separation. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, mostly, you see his mood. I got Krishna, no. I could not get Krishna. Ha Radhe Brajadevike Chalalite Henanda Suno Kuto, no. I Nanda Tanu, it's all Shikshastakam, all in the mood of separation. Many sampradayas, especially Nimbaka Sampradaya, they not understand. They think Radha Krishna should always be together. Therefore, they not accept this idea of Parakiras. But Guru Maharaj, Goga Maharaj would say, if there is no separation, then Prem dies an untimely death. No? Like material, you can understand. Was yours an arranged marriage, Lakshmi? Remember first meeting, how you felt, everything? Mundane example, but when Paraki is there, then a special taste. And after marriage, what happened? Everything became normal, right? So, some sampradayas not accept Radha Krishna should be separated. They not accept Parikiras. But if all time together, then Jiva Goswami described, if all time together, what happens? Start to see the faults in husband. Husband starts to see the faults in wife. So if all time together, the Prem dies an untimely death. So in order that Prema always increase, then Yoga Maya arranged this separation of Radha. There's a little difference between like Nimbaka Sampradaya and Gaudiya Sampradaya. So, as Golok Vrindavan have many prakoshas, many like, what do you say, prakosh, parts. There's one part where Radha Krishna are experiencing fully Parikiras. But there's an outside section of Golok Vrindavan, Aishwarya Golok they're called. And there Radha Krishna always together, mood like Dwarka, mood like Vaikuntha. So Nimbaka Sampradaya, they know everything about Sakhi Bhav. They worship Radha Krishna, but where they go? Aishwarya Golok. They do not go to Braj Golok, because different mood. These many things are there. So we should try to little know that. Anyway, any other questions? So take this book, we don't have many. So take it again and again, read again and again, read. Any questions, Mauliji? Journey? Still chanting? Huh? Is she chanting or is she given up everything? Huh? What's Ram Vijay, Ram Vijay. Hare Krishna. Any questions, Lalita? You understand everything? It's quite easy to understand. It's not very difficult, actually. I don't know, some people are so boneheaded, they cannot accept this idea. Gurudev said, but Gurudev never said. Anyway, Hare Krishna, what to do? After Gurudev, we also always need some satsanga, high-class devotee. Otherwise, we'd also become confused and bored. Hare Krishna. You want to sing Mahamantra? Oh, well, it's quite late, so. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Go Premanande. So I think tomorrow night we'll speak a little bit 10th canto, this Kurukshetra. This meeting of the gopis and Krishna at Kurukshetra. This nicely discuss all this meeting and separation. We'll try. Okay, thank you everyone. I thought no one would come tonight. Very glad to see everyone. Thank you very much. Haribol. Okay, but only one per family. Okay. Hare Krishna.